Yo, what's going on, guys? Fubzy here, and we're back again with another NBA2K20 dribble tutorial, man. And today, basically, I just want to teach you guys mostly of the basics to get down to how to dribble on patch 10. So the differences is, just to get this out the way, the differences is between patch 10 is that the explosive behind the back is gone completely. Now, this is the behind the back we have, which is not as effective, and it really shows what players revolved off of that move and didn't really need the move to begin with in the first place, and can dribble without the move and create space without the move. Now I want to teach you guys certain basics real quick, and if you guys want the Sigs, let me know in the comment section below. But the only thing I will say though is that I've been rocking with the same Sigs for the longest, and it has not changed besides probably the behind the back. So that is that. And as well, I'll tell you, the size up package that I'm using is Zach LaVine. I'm gonna repeat myself one more time for people that just want to ask the dumbest questions. No offense, that just want to ask the dumbest questions and don't know. The size up package is Zach LaVine, so I definitely just recommend to have the size up package as Zach LaVine. If you do not want to have the size up package as Zach LaVine, use whatever you like to your personal preference, because sometimes the size up package could be personal preference, and most people like to use like Kyrie Irving, Allen Iverson, Stephen Curry, and it goes on. Or some people like to use Kobe as well. Anyways, so the reason why I say use Zach LaVine is because of its between the legs. Now, if you can see, the between the legs was pretty instant. If you have a pro hesitation 3, pro 3 hesitation, my bad. So if you have pro 3 hesitation as your one of your Sigs or whatever, you could use this to your advantage. Now the thing is with the behind the back is that you just have to adjust. Some moves aren't going to be the same because, you know what I'm saying, you can kind of spam it too, as you can see right here. Some moves aren't going to be the same because the explosive behind the back was gave it mostly movement off of it. And this one's more of like you can compare it to the momentum, because when you do the momentum, now here's an example what I mean. So this behind the back, right? Mostly this behind the back, you can do standstill moves out of it. So if I wanted to between the legs, there you go, I do it between the legs. Or if I wanted to do a size up, I do a size up, right? So it's somewhat of the momentum. God damn, I can't keep flipping the camera, but yeah, it's somewhat of a momentum, because it gives you a little bit of movement, but it doesn't give you enough movement to get by. So when I was testing this out on someone that was guarding me, when I tried to blow by him with the move, I couldn't. It made me stop for a jump shot. I couldn't like drive instantly. So it's not as effective as what it used to be, right? What it used to be is pretty overpowered. Now you're probably wondering, how would we do combos with this, right? So simple. When it comes to combo with this behind the back, it's not gonna be the outcome of it's not gonna be the final piece to the combo, right? It's not gonna be like, okay, yeah, throw the behind the back at the end and then you'll blow by. Now it's just gonna be in the middle of your combo. So for example, if I were to show you a combo here, I messed up right there. So if I were to do it like a full combo here, I just want to give you guys a good example. Stuff again, okay, cool. Right, I get it. I swear to God, I never get greens in my court. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so as I can see right there, it's not gonna be the end result of the combo. That combo right there, the roll was the end result of the combo. If you guys get what I mean, that this behind the back was just in the middle of the combination. After this behind the back, I do a roll, stop, set up, and green. Okay. So I'm gonna get you guys to the basics now. Right, now that I've explained the details and how things are changed between doing combos and stuff and dribbling on 2K, now this is where we get to certain things and how we do certain combos and stuff. So what I realized is with this behind the back, if you keep moving, if you let the animation play out, just like the momentum. So I'll show the momentum first. If you let the momentum animation play out, you can get into a moving move. So as you can see right there, I did the momentum and then the behind the back. But it's not going to be as effective as the momentum is not as effective. My apologies. Anyways, the momentum's not as effective, right? The behind the back is effective because if you behind the back. Now, let me get this straight. If nobody knows how to behind the back, we'll start off slow again. This is how I always teach the behind the back to everybody that's new to dribbling. Just hold R2, flick the right stick to the, so as you can see, the ball's in the left hand. Just hold R2, right? Let's start off slow. Hold R2, flick the right stick to the bottom right. Don't know if you can hear the background noise, by the way. I'm super sorry if you can. So while holding R2, flick the right stick to the bottom right if the ball's in the left hand, right? You'll do this behind the back, right? And same thing if the ball's in the right hand, flick the right stick to the bottom left, right? You do that behind the back. Now to do the new behind the back, hold R2. It's the same thing, but this time it's just the left stick input. So the ball's in the left hand. As soon as I flick the right stick to the bottom right, that's when I start moving towards that direction. So that's why I do that behind the back, right? Same thing goes for the opposite side. All right, now how can we use this behind the back as a combo? What combos can we get out of it? Well, just like the momentum, if you keep letting the momentum animation play out, oh my bad, hold on. Keep letting the momentum animation play. God, Jesus Christ, this is terrible. Of course, it's not a Flipsy video if we're not messing up on the, yeah. If you keep letting the momentum, I can't momentum right side, this is terrible, there you go. So if you keep letting the momentum animation play out, right, you can get into a move, but the more you let it play out, you'll just get into more of a bump animation, and it's too slow. So you're probably wondering, okay, this behind the back's too slow as well. Well, it could get you into a start off. So when you throw this behind the back, right, if you keep going sideways, you get if you let go of turbo, my bad. If you let go of turbo, right, and you flick down on the right stick, you'll get another behind the back. So for example, you see that? So that opens up to a lot of moves. You can either A, get to the paint, or B, you know what I'm saying, get yourself open for the 3-point line. Now you're probably wondering how you would get yourself open in the 3-point line. Here's an example. Easy setup, I break. Anywho, right, with a good jump shot, you know, you would have made that. Obviously me, you know, it's just my core stuff, so I'm out here struggling. Anywho, so when you do that behind the back, it's like, you know what I'm saying, it could get you set up for other moves. Now, this behind the back isn't as effective as, you know, as it's supposed to be, like the explosive behind the back when it was in the game. But this behind the back could be used for starters, for like startup moves. That's what I'm trying to explain. So, sorry. So you want to know how to do it, right? I just showed you on the, you know, on the screen how I was doing it, because, you know, I have controller camera. But it's simple as letting go of turbo and then throwing in another behind the back. Now the left stick direction is so do it normally how you would normally do the behind the back, and then as soon as you let go of turbo and throwing the other behind the back, start facing towards like the right side. So since my ball's in the left hand, I'm gonna start facing towards the right side so I can keep that direction of just having a sideways direction. So look at if you see my player's positioning, I'm facing sideways and I set myself up for an open shot. Now it's more better to do the crossover. It keeps making me do it between the legs because, you know, my controller's kind of broken here, you know, but if I had a better controller, I could do it 10 times better. So I throw this behind, I did a momentum, that's funny. I do this behind the back, another behind the back, do it between the legs. But if you do a crossover, and I have moving crossover pro 2, by the way, so if you do a crossover, God, this is so bad. I'm gonna do it the other side because I keep getting it between the legs. Anyways, so I throw the behind the back, another behind the back. I do a freaking between the legs again. That's tough. But y'all get the idea. It really does help a lot. So y'all probably want to know another way how to get into the paint with this one. So what you want to do is behind the back, crossover behind the back, double crossover. Now this is the same combo from last year. It still works this year. It's just being able to trigger it is not as effective, but this way it's definitely effective. Now you want to, when doing this double behind the back move, it's very you should keep an eye on your surroundings. And what I mean is, if the defender's guarding you close, it's not going, the behind the back won't trigger. It'll give you a behind the back where someone's guarding you, and it's like you do something like super tight and stuff like that, because, you know, it's weird. It just gives you a weird animation, right? So do it when you have space. Make sure that, like, you know, you get like you're trying to like make sure the defender's like off you. So what I like to do is, this is like my size up, I say. my own personal size up. This momentum between the legs to an escape. This is like one of my favorites right here. So have like a go-to move that creates space. You could do step backs and stuff, and then you could do stuff like that as well. Spin hezzy to behind the back, which is not as effective, but it can be if you know how to roll. So that's that. So, all right, I'm gonna run back one more time on how to get to the paint with this move. So what you would do is throw it behind the back, right? Make sure you let go of turbo. Now, what you want to do is let go of turbo after the behind the back, and that's what. As soon as you let go of turbo, that's where you cross over behind the back. No, that's where you behind the back. Sorry. Okay, there's a lot of behind the backs on this one. In this, all right. So let me explain one more time, so you guys are not confused, all right? So you do this behind the back, right? Let go of turbo, throw in another behind the back, right? Moving behind the back. Once you do a moving behind the back, that's where you do a crossover behind the back, and then a double crossover to get to the paint, right? So what I mean is, once you do this behind the back, flick down on the right stick as soon as you let go of turbo. Then you do a crossover behind the back, which is you get this crossover behind the back animation. That crossover behind the back animation. You trigger that animation, then you do a double crossover, and the double crossover will give you the momentum you need to get towards the paint. I don't know if I'm sick or anything, because I did just wake up, so I don't even know. All right, so here's an example. Behind the back to another behind the back, crossover behind the back, double crossover, and I'm already to the paint. And look how much space I used on the floor. It's crazy. Oh, you can do it that way, or, oh, wrong way, or behind the back, crossover. Oh, I messed up. You don't want to give me a crossover, man. Yeah, that's a problem. My controller's kind of messed up, so. See, right there, I did the crossover. It did, and the crossover is very wide. So with that crossover, it'll help a lot with that crossover because it gives you enough momentum and a lot of space to get towards the 3-point line. So see right there, I'm missing because I can't shoot in the micro. Like I said, it's just impossible. But yeah, y'all get the idea. You can mess around with this. It's super fun. You could probably I'll try to think of something cool, like do this behind the back, half spin, back up. You know what I'm saying? Also, you could combine. You can also double behind the back, and not the one I was just explained. I'm talking about if you were to. So since the move is mostly, the new behind the back is mostly compared to the momentum. You can basically, like, if you could do this momentum behind the back, then you could do behind the back, two behind the back. So what I mean is right there, and then you could get a little rim run in. So basically dribbling now is going to be mostly rim running because it's not going to be revolved off of one move. It's mostly going to be rim running because there's not enough to do to not rim run. There's not enough combos to do to not rim run and stuff like that. You can do certain things, like I'll give certain examples. Like if you guys want advanced dribble tutorials, this is just the basics. But if you guys do want a very advanced dribble tutorial, you can do things like this. I messed up. So I'll show you I'll try to get this little combo in for you guys. So hit the rolling with the green. So I did this combo on Twitter, and it's a pretty clean combo because after you do the behind the back, you could get this pause spin. I forgot what it's called. I completely forgot what it's called. But I got this from Stezo. Even though the move's been out for the longest, I think who made it? J-Dub, I think, made this move. I could have been learning this move, but I wasn't motivated enough to keep playing this game. But yeah, it's a pretty cool move. Sometimes you can mess up. It's like it depends on this move depends on the timing the most, because to get that perfect spin, which is right there, that perfect spin is literally everything. That's what it is. That perfect spin could get you to, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, then you could do a hezzy behind the back type of stuff. So if y'all really want an advanced dribble tutorial, I could do like some insane, like or how could I say it? like a combo tutorial, right? I've done it before in the past where the combo tutorials are pretty cool too, where I just teach a full combo, but I break it down step by step. I think I give it like 4 steps or something like that, depending on how long the combo is. Or I could teach you just one big combo, and then we'll break it down each by each. just so it could be easier for the new people that are trying to be advanced and stuff like that. Because I always like to, you know, break it down slowly, you know, because that's how I see it. Most dribble tutorials are different, where they just do it all in one go. I break my stuff down slowly so you guys can catch up in speed, so you guys can build up your speed and your timing, so you can execute your moves better and actually do it like how it is in real time, and like be very fluent with it. That's how I learned. Well, the as you can see right here, the killer crossover is not that hard to learn. I've taught it before. I have my own separate video on that. Now I'll show you my own playlist, so you guys can check my previous videos and probably find it there. It's really not that far apart. But that move is not going to be effective just because if you run into the defender, you're going to get bumped. That's why I like to add the spin towards it. So when I get the spin, right, or off the killer crossover, I keep messing up because I can't momentum. So off the killer crossover, right, I add the spin off of the crossover. So sometimes you can get a good spin to it. And then, you know, if you know how to roll, let's just do I keep throwing, listen, the left stick movement is terrible. So if you know how to roll, you could just momentum roll, whatever. I keep messing up here. That's crazy. There you go. You can momentum roll, behind the back roll, spin roll, one of the three, or you could do this type of spin roll where it's like spin, get open, green. You know, you could do a lot of things with the roll. The roll is pretty fun too. If you guys want to learn like a super advanced dribble tutorial, I'll definitely break that down. But this is just a video showing you guys to how the new behind the back works and how you're gonna have to dribble from now on to using the new behind the back. Let me just get the camera fixed here. Mostly it's gonna be off rim run. So one of my favorites to do is the momentum crossover. Also, as well as with the momentum, not the momentum crossover. The momentum between the legs is one of my favorites, which is my size up. So if I do a momentum, you know what I'm saying, a momentum between the legs to an escape, it gives me enough space to back up, and like I'm selling my drive. I'm kind of selling my drive, even though I want to drive, right? So as soon as I back up, I can get a speed boost off of my man, and I could blow by, depending. Things I like to do, but that could be very risky, is tapping L2 on the drive. So what I mean is, so if I for example do a momentum between the legs and drive, tap L2, it'll get that stop, right? It'll get the stop. Sometimes it can get ripped depending on where the stop goes. If it's too close to the defender, the ball will be slapped. If the defender presses square, it's kind of gone. It's not gonna happen. That's why I like to back up. I like to back up right here, and then as soon as I back up, usually I throw it behind the back. But since you can't, I say sell the behind the back to go the other direction. So if we were to say momentum crossover between the legs, right? Oh, my bad. Hold on. Momentum crossover between the legs, and then say that we drive, boom, hit L2, stop. So what we would do is we would back up, so we hit them with this. Oh, no, I keep them. I'm so used to that. Drive, tap, right, behind the back. Oh no, that's not how it's gonna work. So let me do it with the right hand because it's more comfortable. So we back up, right, and then do another behind the back and go the other direction. Now, depending on the speed boost, you can get very lucky, and depending on the animation of that behind the back. So when doing that, you can get a very good speed boost animation and blow by your defender, which is good because you could really sell this behind the back. You really actually can, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you could just get to them, blow by, easy. So yeah, I guess I ended off there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. You know, if you guys do want a very explained advanced dribble tutorial or a combo tutorial where I just break down one huge combo and you know, put it in piece by piece and then show you how it works and stuff. So that's pretty much it for the video, y'all. I know it is very long, yes, but that's because I really like to explain. What to, like, detail by detail, and like how to really break down, not just break down the move, but just to get you guys the dribbling IQ to you guys, just to develop your IQ and how you can dribble on this game, because there's really not a lot to this game. I've always said it before, there still is, and there isn't a lot to this game, and I'm pretty sure they're not gonna have enough for this game, which is 100% true. It sucks, but it's true. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. It's me, your boy FoobZ, man. Don't forget to hit my social media links are in the description below. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. Hit the bell icon as well to stay notified anytime I upload. Leave a comment down below if you guys need help. I'm always there. I love to get the feedback from you guys and stay in contact with you guys, and you know, try to help everybody that wants to dribble on this game, even though this game is dead. And it is what it is. So yeah, drop a like, man. I also do live stream on my Twitch as well, so twitch.tv/therealflipz. It's in the description. Hit that link. I have been actually like have a good consistency of streaming. Like, I think I missed like 2 days, but that's because I was busy yesterday. I could have streamed yesterday, but I'll probably stream today for sure. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. It's been your boy FoobZ, and I'm out. Peace.